I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? First of all, it's been 2 weeks since I've been back, and editing is like not going how I expected it to. Number one, because I waited 2 weeks to kind of like start and like recant, and like my memory is fading. The excitement is fading. Just a little bit. This is skosh. Two, because I'm looking back at the footage and I'm like, what the fuck were you even doing, E? So, this is disclaimer, okay? This is my first vacation in a little while. So, not only am I trying to get footage, but I'm also trying to like take it in and I'm looking at a million things at once and I'm just like happy to be here, okay? So, there's that. And then yeah, the footage is just, I don't know what my thought process was. Maybe I thought that I was doing more than I was. I don't know. But what you're going to see is a lot of footage of the getting there and that's it. Like the in between stuff, the shopping, the downtown. I think I got plenty of footage of the beach. But the shopping, the downtown, like inside the shops, the people, I guess there just wasn't a lot. Like I didn't get that stuff because I was too busy trying to like shop and get good deals on amazing things. But I think my mind was just everywhere at once and very little on recording. So I'm just going to tell you right now, apologies in advance. There are some pretty shots of like the water, and you know what? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. E, you've been talking about this vacation for like months now. And then you put out like 15 vlogs of you getting ready and talking about the vacation. And then you fucking go on the vacation and you don't put out the blog. Like, just put out the vlog. Vlog. Just put out the vlog and stop talking. Stop talking about your plans. We don't want to see your plans right now. We want to see where you went. Okay? Okay. Jeez. Here.
I'm Erica, also known as E.MoniQue, and this is my real life. Hang out with me as I side-eye the ups and stumble through the downs. Watch as I turn my tiny piece of the Arizona desert into a tropical oasis. Fight to beat infertility and figure out where I fit as an artist in this crazy creative world. All while awkwardly discovering my authentic self. I'll be talking out loud about the things I wish someone would have said a while ago and sorting through what I wish I didn't know. Who knows? Maybe you can relate, as I often ask myself.
Despite the amount of travel I've done in the past couple of years, I haven't had a proper vacation in about 3. But I definitely needed the break, and I knew that. The stress had been building up all this time, and I finally started cracking. After 3 years of IVF and losing my second pregnancy this past January, work stress, friend breakups, my dad's emergency heart surgery, friends passing away, my grandmother passing away in August, friends moving, and more ongoing health and life changes, I've been operating in overwhelm. I've experienced more loss and grief this year than I ever have, and I needed to be just whisked away and tend to the love of travel and adventure in me. Needless to say, I didn't cancel my trip. So I went to Belize. I think I'm more excited about it now after the fact than the moments leading up to my trip. I think about it every day since, and I want to go back so badly. I had an early morning flight to Houston from Phoenix, which was only about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. And thank goodness to Texas, because I really have a struggle with flying to Florida. But thankfully, that was not necessary. We flew to Texas, and then from Houston, the flight to Belize City, Belize was another 2 hours and 15 minutes, which I'm blown away at how short the total trip time was. But Belize City on the mainland was not the final destination. No. There was one more flight needed to get to San Pedro Island. That small charter flight was only another 15 to 20 minutes, which was cool. And that was my first time on a small plane, so as you can imagine, I was a little nervous. The total trip time? Just under 5 hours. Let's talk a little bit about the country. Belize is located in Central America at the tip of Mexico, bordering Guatemala and very close to Honduras. It's right between the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. Now, what's confusing to me was I don't think that I've ever been to a place that has so many different types of topography. I mean, maybe Hawaii, but I didn't really see any new things. Well, not new, but I didn't see any things like swamp-like areas or marshy areas in Hawaii when I visited. Anyways, Belize terrain is made up of mountain ranges, valleys, coastal plains, barrier reefs, rainforest, karst landscape, and lowlands. Now, I'm not sure what a karst landscape is, but I'll put it on the screen here. Where we stayed, though, it was just beachy. It had reef, lots of trees, and lowlands. I think that was the part that was throwing me off the most, were the lowlands. It was like beach in some areas and very swampy and wet in other areas. It was really strange, but beautiful nonetheless.
The languages spoken in Belize are English, Spanish, and Belizean Creole. 40% of the population, according to the interwebs, speak all three, which is really cool if that's the truth. I mean, love that. Better than I can do. I heard a lot of Creole being spoken between the locals, but almost everyone I spoke to spoke English. There was one young lady, however, on a shopping day, I had to beat the dust off my Spanish for, which was an epic fail. But I guess we got the point across to one another. According to the internet, Mayan languages are spoken in certain areas and some German. Interesting. We went smack dab in the middle of hurricane season. Not suggested, but it is what it is. But anyway, we went right in the middle of the season where it's actually not suggested to travel to Belize because it's rainy season. I mean, hurricane, rain. So just to let you know. But luckily, when we landed, there was no rain. The sun was out, and it was a nice 84% humidity. Let me tell you, coming from an arid climate like Arizona, this was the perfect chokeable weather for me. Sweating the entire time, drenched. Okay, and the water, oh my gosh, the water is amazingly clear in Belize. So it's perfect for scuba water activity people. Just beware of all the different types of predator animals. I heard that there are sharks. Some people in the charter plane were pointing out sharks in the water. I don't know if I saw sharks or rocks or dolphins or what, but just beware. There's that, there's crocodiles, there's dinosaurs, all kind of stuff. We'll get to that.
Can I just say right here, right now, that I had no idea that I was going to be landing on Isla Sorna, okay? I had no idea. If you know, you know. Jurassic Park. I've never seen dinosaurs like this up close and personal in my life. They were everywhere, just roaming free. And everybody else was just like minding their business, living their daily life like they weren't there. And all I could think about was how I could walk without putting my feet on the ground. Because when I tell you these iguanas, big ass lizard dinosaur things, oh my god. Like just thinking about it gives me the willies, the shivers, the creeps. Like I'm curling my toes right now because I just cannot imagine it getting anywhere near my feet. These things are huge. They were long and they blended in. And they had big ass heads, but they blended into shit. I don't know if iguanas do that. I thought, well, there's like some lizards, if that's what you call them, that are chameleons, but I thought chameleons were the only ones that chameleon. But these things, I promise you, it was like you don't see them until you see them, kind of like the predator, right? They blend into the brown, they blended into the green, they blended into the sand, they blended into the wood. Oh my god. Iguanas. That was like my only con to the whole vacation. And I swear I want to go back, right? I keep saying, "Oh my god, I loved it. It was beautiful. I want to go back. I want to do more. I want to stay longer." I say all that. And I say that I want to do it on the mainland this time instead of the island, one of the islands. But what the fuck do I think is going to be on the mainland? It's more jungle. It's more, what do you call it? It's not jungle. It's called, is it forest? Types of trees. That's a forest, but like, what do you call tropical trees? Tropical forests. Jungle. I call it jungle. What do you fucking call it? That doesn't seem right. What's the other word? Rainforest. It's a rainforest. That's why I was like, it is a forest, but it's not like a regular forest. It's tropical. Rainforest. What do I think is going to be hidden in the rainforest? There's going to be animals, big ones, scary ones, cool ones, pretty ones, but big ones and scary ones and creepy ones and crawly ones, okay? Like, I want to see the birds. Some dude with like bluish, greenish, hazel eyes was like at the bar and he was like talking all of this and all of that, talking about, oh, the mainland, you should have went to the mainland. You could be down a canoe in the river and like looking up and the birds go blah, 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 like an avatar. And I'm like, okay, Blue Eyes, relax. You're not getting a tip, okay? But I mean, I kind of want to see that. I mean, if it is true, I would love to see that. But yeah, the iguanas, bro. Thank God we didn't see any crocodile because I would have lost my shit. Yes, beware of crocodile. So, do you think that I wanted to roam around at night, walking around? There's no lights out. I mean, there's no like, what do you call them? Not night lights. I'm drawing a blank. I didn't even drink that much today at all. There's no like lamp posts, light posts like we have outside where you can go for a walk or a jog or an anything and like have your way being lit. There's none of that. It's just dark and you have the moonlight if it's not raining. Anyways, creepy crawlies come out at night. We know this. Beware of crocodiles. I'm sure the iguanas were out also. Also, I didn't know that they lived in holes. They dig holes in the sand and under things. That creeps me out so much. That's disgusting. I didn't know that they lived in burrows. Underground dinosaurs. No, thank you. Did I see any tropical birds on the island? Not really. There was this one little bird. Hi. Pretty bird, you're not where you're supposed to be. But that's it. He was cute. He was fun. I mean, it seemed like he wanted to work out with me. He just needed help opening the door. But I was like, Bert, you're not supposed to be here. I'm sure you're not supposed to be here. They probably run you off before, so you might want to get lost. I don't want to. Just move along, Bird. He's like, no, you're not supposed to be here. What the fuck are you doing in the gym on vacation? I'm like, I know it, but I'm here, so excuse me. All right, so who are the people of Belize, right? Are they black? Are they Hispanic? Like if you check out like, you know, who's who in Belize, these are the types of questions that people are asking, and for good reason. There are both. A lot of black people, a lot of Hispanic people. The Maya people, however, are the indigenous people to Belize. Do your own research on the people and the culture, please, respectfully. According to the WWW, the true melting pot of Belize is multiracial. Hispanic, Creole, Maya, Garifuna, East Indian, etc. Everyone we spoke to came from a mixture of heritage from Honduras, Great Britain, Guatemala, Venezuela, Jamaica, and the Caribbean, even India. And a lot of the people are a mixture of these things. Yes, hence the English. In fact, we arrived during Belize's Independence Weekend. It marked the country's 43rd anniversary of its freedom from a lot of people. Poor babies. They fought hard for this. Do your own research on this too. But to me, it sounds like they were under British rule back in the day by way of Honduras. Queen Elizabeth is on the Belizean dollar still to this day. So confusing. So, okay, but then here comes Guatemala talking about land and territory and borders. So they had to fight for their little corner that they had. It was just like, Guatemala is huge. Come on, bruh. And then eventually they won their freedom from everyone. But it's only been 43 years. Anyway, so the whole country was getting ready to party. Before we could even get off the plane, people were excited. There were festivals, celebrations, and parades all over the place on the mainland and on San Pedro Island where we were headed. And that's all I have to say about that because we missed all of it. Anyway. All known for something different, there are 6 districts or states of Belize. Belize, Gallo, Corozal, Orange Walk, Stan Creek, and Toledo. A lot of people reference 2 places frequently, Orange Walk, which I kept hearing Orange Well, and Key Calker, which is another popular island closer to the mainland. So number 1, Corozal, is a state or district represented by the color purple. Number 2, Orange Walk, you guessed it, is represented by the color orange. Number 3, Belize, is represented by blue. Number 4, Gallo, represented by the color green. Number 5, Stan Creek, represented by the color red. And last but not least, Toledo is represented by the color brown. San Pedro Island, where we stayed, is a part of the Belize State District.
Welcome to Mahogany Bay.
was not recording. I just got to the fitness center. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Nobody is in here, which is amazing. I just had to figure out how to turn the fans on and the air on because everything was off and it is stiff in here. But I'm at the gym. I'm gonna do my hour walk, but look at my view. Oh my gosh. Look at my view. And I can go outside, but there's a sign there. Look. No swimming and don't feed the wildlife. And there's an alligator sign. So, not a good idea for you to go swimming. Just saying. And if you see a crocodile on here, run. Okay. Let's get her done. I don't need the headphones. Shit. Ain't nobody in here. What do I need to make it go? Okay, the key. Quick start. I usually do a 5% incline. Treadmill is a little lumpy. To 1.5 for 10 minutes to warm up. I slept for 11 hours. I don't know what it is about the time here. I've never experienced jet lag like this, but like we had checked in, sat around the room for a minute, came back down for happy hour and for dinner. Well, let me see. We landed at like 1 o'clock finally. And then I swear we didn't get here to the resort until like 3. And then we did all that stuff and it was still only like 5 and then 6. By the time we got back to the room, it was still like only 6:30. But we were exhausted. So I basically fell asleep at 7:40 p.m. I was like, I can't, like I have to go to sleep. 7:40 p.m. and I didn't get up till about 6:57. So I slept that entire time. Everybody was still asleep when I kind of was like, all right, I'm out of here. So I don't know what kind of jet lag or jet forward this is, but yeah. So now I'm up hella early, ready to go, ready to do stuff. And I was like, you know what? It makes sense for me to get my steps in. Actually, let me pause it. I need to put my watch on my foot like I normally do. Don't move my arms. I know that sounds weird, but I don't. Okay. No. No. Don't start over. Oh, I just said pause it. No. This is not my treadmill, obviously. The one that I'm used to. Shit. Can I just do my own? I need it to cool off in here, bro. I still have to leave at a certain time, so. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what to say so far. This is like I guess technically day 1 of us being here. And all I can say is that it's just gorgeous. There's water everywhere, but it's not beachy. It's like marshy. I don't know, there's water everywhere. And really no way to get to it. And you probably don't want to get to it because it's like amphibious. Why is it doing that? Like crocodiles. I saw an iguana already. Snakes, lizards and stuff. very probably like Florida and the Carolinas, I would assume, without the beach. There is an area where you can, like, it's safe to go to the beach, but you have to take like a boat ride and all this and all that. So we'll see. But so far the people are really nice. The resort is really nice. We're right before the busy season, so it's really quiet. Like, it's almost like we have the whole resort to ourselves. So it's kind of cool. It rained all night last night. Like, and it didn't start until really late, I guess. I don't know, because I was asleep, but I could hear the rain on the roof all night long, off and on. But yeah. You probably can't see, but there is water behind me and there's water in front of me. And the reason why I wanted to take my hour-long walk in here morning. That was awkward. As soon as I want to come in here, then they want to come in here and clean it up. That's fine, I guess. Well, you can hear me, because it is what it is. I wasn't intending on sweating, I was just going to get my steps in, but this treadmill wants me to do this glute toner workout. And the glute toner workout has me at an 8% incline right now, which is wild boots. I'm gonna try it though. I'm already sweating. It is humid in here and still hot. So, this fan needs to get to blowing. Turbo, please. Okay. Get to blowing. Alright. I'm at 10 minutes, so I'm going to speed it up. %8 incline at a 2-mile-per-hour walk. I've never done that before. I've got my mosquito spray on. I've only been bitten once so far since last night, to my knowledge. But so far the mosquito spray is working. I don't know what we're gonna do today. It's their National Independence Day today, so it's supposed to be live outside all day long, starting at midnight last night. We were supposed to hear fireworks and commotion and stuff. I don't know if I did because, again, it was raining, and then the people upstairs were like stomping around and making all kind of noise all night long, so didn't hear any partying commotion, just feet. But all day today is supposed to be like a parade and party, celebration. So I don't know if we want to fight the crowds downtown or not, but we at least have to eat. So I don't know what the plan is. Here for 5 days, so we have plenty of things to do. We're gonna go back to, so I'm on San Pedro Island, and this is where all the tourists come, but we're gonna fly back to Belize City to tour up there for a few hours before we catch a flight back to the US. So
Yeah, if I had a hat, I'd turn it.
You gotta love what you do.
cute in here. This is my store. Everything in here, aesthetics. Okay, so Secret Beach was all that the locals were talking about. Oh my gosh, have you been to Secret Beach? Oh my gosh, you have to go to Secret Beach. Oh my gosh, it's only 45 minutes by golf cart one way. And we're like, what? Who would do that? Everybody does that because golf carts are what you drive on the island. I mean, there's other vehicles like regular cars and stuff, but really not many. The main mode of transportation on the island for the locals and for visitors is via golf cart. It makes sense because it's sand, like packed down sand, and the roadways are like you basically make a way. They're very narrow, and there's just not a lot of space on the island for a bunch of cars. There is space for a bunch of golf carts. Also, with the sand combined with like, I'm sure salt water and like weather and stuff, cars probably would not be the best to like maintain and take care of on the island. I'm sure that they get super like trice the wear and tear on those vehicles, whereas a golf cart, it just doesn't fucking matter. Everybody drives a golf cart. The locals, the teenagers drive golf carts to school. It's like a bunch of kids on a cart. Like you get picked up from elementary school in a golf cart. Like everybody beep beep, you know? I'm thinking even the police, did the police have a golf cart? Or did they have a something? I swear the police even had a golf cart. It was like a souped up golf cart, like not even a golf cart, more like an ATV type thing, like a really nice ATV. But yeah. So that's why you see a lot of that in the video, golf carts, and I think I saw like some mopeds and shit. Basically like fun bike toys with wheels is all you need to get around, and you really do. I drove my first golf cart and it was harder than it looks. I don't know why I struggled with it, but it was only, by the time my 4 hours were up, like a go-kart, I was like happy to get off of that thing. And, I was getting the hang of it towards the end. I really was. But it's hella bumpy. That's the other thing. Circle back to Secret Beach, right? Because it's sand and it rains every day and every night, it's like there's potholes everywhere and bumps and water. And so it's just like people actually drive their golf carts 45 minutes to get to Secret Beach. Who does that other than everybody? So we were like interested in going, but also like I was concerned about the whole golf cart thing. Didn't do that. So then they were like, well, you could rent a cab to take you and you'll get there in like no time flat. And also, it's $100. So, like, under normal circumstances, that would be absurd to take a cab to the beach for $100, but it was actually an excellent deal. And so it was not only taking the cab to the beach, but having the cab pick us back up at a certain time and drop us off at how many locations? One, two locations after that, because additional shopping was done after the Secret Beach. Anyways, back to Secret Beach. Everybody ranted and raved about Secret Beach, and every person that said, oh, you gotta go, also said, just keep in mind it's not really a secret anymore, right? So we get in the cab, we go to Secret Beach, and I'm expecting it to be like a lagoon, like just heavenly, right? And I mean, it was nice, but it was just by the time we got there, it was like a major storm was rolling in, and we didn't realize how major it was until, probably an hour or more into it. Um, Started raining, then it got even darker and cloudier and a little wind, and then by the time we finished shopping and looking up and down the beach and all this and all that, then it started getting crazy. But for the most part, Secret Beach was just like any, I won't say any other beach, but it was like nice. But I really think that the experience was cut in half because of the weather.
Woo! The storm is here. Wow. We did what we needed early. Wow.
Because there were only moments where you can get glimpses of how beautiful, blue, and clear the water was. But, if you have gray clouds, it reflects off the water and it just looks like, whatever. What else? Half of Secret Beach was closed because, again, slow season. So, when you type in, Belize vacation, there are certain scenes that you're going to see come up over and over and over on social media and on the internet. And one of the scenes is you being able to like get into the water. You walk through the water and they bring you your drinks and your food into the water. And there's like picnic tables and there's all this and all that in the water. And it's just beautiful and it's blue and it's sunshiny and it's all of this. Well, that is Secret Beach. Again, half of that experience was closed because it's off season and people are just not working or whatever. However, I did get a little taste of that at one place called Water Park bar, the water park bar at Secret Beach. They were like one of the bigger bars that was still open, and they had, tables and things out in the water to an extent where you could go and have that experience or whatever. I got my ass in the water. Something did bite me in the ass, literally. Twice. I have never in my life been bitten in the ass, on each cheek, mind you, at the same time. It happened while I was in that water. I'm still confused to this day as to what it was that got my ass cheeks, but it did. Now, there's going to be some footage of me like filming the water, because I did notice that there was some little minnows. There was fish in the water. Having a good time, waiting for someone to drop a fry in the water, okay? Just minnows. But minnows don't bite like that. And then I'm like, what if it was like, like sand fleas or something that got me? And it wasn't that. And I was just like praying that it wasn't some like weird bacteria that I got off of like the bench seat in the water. Because I'm like, what else could have been in the water that would bite me like that? I swear to you, swole up, was itchy, and I was really concerned. I'm fine now. Like, it's fine, thank God. Like, I'm fine. Are mosquitoes in beach water? Because there were mosquitoes all over the place. But I thought I had pretty good repellent. Like, for the most part, I got bit maybe a handful of times the entire trip. But what the fuck was in that water? Secret Beach? Anyways. Aside from my ass, it was really nice. I had a couple Mai Tai. I had a couple drinks out there. I really wanted to drink out of a coconut, but they were out of coconuts, which, how? Didn't want a pineapple. I wanted a coconut. Ceviche. Ate ceviche at the beach, and it was bomb.com. Had some Belizean mangoes, delicious. I don't like mangoes. I don't like cutting them. I don't like really eating them. The only time I like eating mango is when I'm making like my mango shrimp salsa, which that is bomb. But just to eat a mango for fun, I don't like it. I don't like the flavor. But this mango was so bomb. So bomb, and it was easy to cut, and it was just delicious. What else happened? Found some amazing purchases. I made some purchases at Secret Beach because not only is there the beach and bars and restaurants, but there's also vendors. So we did some shopping in town and we did some shopping on Secret Beach, and I found some really one of a kind items out there, and I'm like so happy still to this day. Yeah. So what did I eat while in Belize? If you're an outsider, you don't drink the Belizean tap water. I think that goes without saying around the world. You just don't drink the tap water because your body's not used to water that's not from your own, where you come from. So just don't. They warn you. They have glass bottles in all of the rooms for people to get cleansed water from the resort. But anyway, the first night there, we had cocktails at the resort bar, added some house-made corn chips and ceviche. Then for dinner at the restaurant, I had a taco salad. The next day, we had spiked chai tea and coffee in the morning, breakfast at the pool club where they made a delicious Gruyere omelet with ham, tomatoes, and mushrooms. Unfortunately, I didn't read the part about the mushrooms and had to pick them all out. But other than that, bomb.com. Later, we stopped by this random place called Drink and Drive and had mystery cocktails. Not suggested, but they were delicious and we were safe. We had wings, chicken nuggets, and fries. Then we had more frozen rum-based cocktails. The third day, we had more spiked chai tea latte and coffee. And this time I had a baked cinnamon roll, which was so delicious. Belize is not big on the sweets like Americans are. This was a simple, clean, baked bread with a little teeny bit of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Very fresh, very good. So after that, later in the afternoon, we had more chips, guac, wings, fried potato cheese balls, and quesadilla. The rest of the days, there was a lot of ceviche, fresh fruit, bread, and house-made jams, sauces, salsas. We had lobster tacos and snacking in between cocktails. Okay, why the hell did we eat all this basic shit while in Belize? Since the national dish is rice and peas, where fried jacks are popular, and tamales, panades, salbutes, conchinita debil, jerk chicken, and more is so prevalent and a staple? Well, because we stayed on the resort a lot, and this is what was on the menu, because we stayed during slow season and a lot of restaurants were closed. We tried, I kid you not. So many places that were referred to us were closed for the season. This is the time that many places renovate and they repair and they get ready for the busy season, because November through I think March, they said, is when it really booms. The whole island is just booming. It's full of people, full of visitors, and they've got to be ready. We just happened to come at a bad time. As some places also, the ones that were open, only accepted the Belizean cash. And we didn't transfer any money. We didn't convert any American dollars to Belizean dollars. Also, because we weren't walking all the way into town for every meal every day, and we didn't rent a golf cart but once, and that was only for a few hours. So we were kind of on the days where we didn't really have a ride and didn't want to like pay for a cab, which is kind of absurd.
we just stuck to the hotel restaurant and the pool club, the coffee shop, and the snacks that we brought. Because I wanted the jerk chicken, rice, and peas at the airport on the way out. I didn't want to push. I did not want to rush eating the food because they hooked it up. I didn't want to rush eating my food and then risk being sick on a 4-hour turbulent trip back home. So next time, even though I dream about it and I still smell it, like all this food smelled so good about it till this day. And I cannot wait to use my Belizean spices that I brought home on some food. Oh, I'm gonna hook it up. You're gonna come with me. We're gonna try it and it's gonna be so good.